Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or. Hey, Alpha. 61, matchbox lights. Right up.
On 1st and 10, Logan. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina! Ian Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 50, check 50.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
We go! 18 Gator. Mike to 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Bravo! Mike, check, 59, 59. Check. Mike's 59.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 57 yards on the ground. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Looking to throw. Logan. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check tight. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on third down. They got him in. It's Woods. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check 59, Mike.
2nd and 9 now. And he fires one incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
59. Mike's 59. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Off play action. Logan. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for the Panthers. 61 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Logan. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean reins to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
This is caught, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go. 60 or. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything even.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 21-0 our score after 1.
Go! 6-6, pull it high. 70, Indy. Watch the eye. Joker, 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 Joker. Shift. Hit it.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Logan. And a completion to Wilson. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Logan. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Logan. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Pick me up. Here we go. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Back. Ready. Check. Lucky. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. They're going to need some therapy after this. Well, hey, Sam off. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. You must be dreaming. Hey, orbit. Go.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Logan eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And Wilson has it. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Logan. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Logan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Screenplay, Johnson. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check Mike, 9-9, Mike, 9-9. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Check Mike, 9-9, Mike, 9-9. Let's go.
Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill. Hey, Charlie. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Don't get nervous. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59. You get it.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Rock it, rock it. Drop deep, drop deep. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. Crunch. 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 Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go. 80 weapon. Check. Slam. Fight.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check Mike. Mike, check. 59. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Down.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
46-yard line.
Ready? Check.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Complete to number 86.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 2. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come. Yep. Motion. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Hey, Foxtrot. I'm coming. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Time to go. Night.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to T.J. Hawkinson.
Right there, 54 Mike. Who that?
Open man is Winfrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Johnson running right. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd
on the
and
set.
goal.
Mike's by 4. Here we go, G.
Hey, lock it.
Wide, get wide. Out.
5.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
6-6, pull it high. Ready.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Wahoo!
Mike 55.
There. Now.
Looking to throw. Logan. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Two.
Back to throw. Logan. And Thomas has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Logan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
6 guys. Check 6. Look. Squeeze. Check safety, check safety.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All day, play. Safe. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
55. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the hit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down. Logan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Logan gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, Logan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike, check, 59. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Set 70, Indy.
Get that quarterback. And all
Shoot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Back to throw. Logan. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
55. Right there in the middle, 55. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Get it.
Throwing again. Logan. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey.
59. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Share.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Come on,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Coming to you. Check.
Big grip.
They go to Johnson again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter. Five.
Mike's 59.
I'm a go.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Know your job.
On 1st down, Logan. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Every day, any day. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, exit. Go.
Operating from the gun. Logan taking a shot for Samuel.
Here we go.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Check. Slam. Pick the edge. Come.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Check.
Leo. Ready?
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Silver.
Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll look to throw here. They got a man. It's Woods. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
To number 86. Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got you, son.
2nd and 5. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Mike 5-4.
Deep rip.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Carolina, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And